Okay, so here I am sitting on top of the hill. Now, what else is on my agenda? Let's see. Brother Robert in a nursing home, in bad shape. Don't know what to do. Got a conflict. Do I sell everything I own to get an airplane ticket to get to Miami, to get him out of that nursing home, to bring him here to Israel? Or not? I was hoping various people, I won't mention their names to embarrass them, would come up with the money. But they didn't, so far. So unless something works, I'll be faced with I am faced with that very difficult alternative. So I've got to raise $1,000 for a ticket. That's real. That's right now. No, this is, well, of course, if you're listening out there, then this you can, I guess I'm doing fundraising. Although I didn't plan to do that, but okay, I'm doing fundraising. That's what's on my mind. What do you want from me? Well, now I'm projecting onto you. I'm projecting onto you out there as the accusers. You're saying to me, I'll play your part. You're using us. You grabbed our attention here with some fraudulent educational project, and now you're trying to bilk us for every cent we got. You no good shyster, you con man. I need a voice for that one. You no good shyster con man, you crappy guy, deceiving everybody, peddling garbage on the internet. I'll fix you. Report you to the federal something or other. Have you banned. Abusing Frumster, looking for women, and then you milk them for money. Well, wait a minute. You sound like an old witch. Oh, yeah? You sound like an old witch. Look, if you have any compassion, you're not gonna be so critical. You understand what I'm going through here. You understand? I'm not saying you have to come up with the dough, but at least you can understand, You don't have to accuse me. Well, just like your sister said, you're all just a schmorer. Whole life you never worked. Oh, come on, don't thought that crap. So now, we have a strong dibbuk out there. A strong introject. Sounds like my father a little bit. So now we're getting a little heavier here. So we're going from association to association. It started off with the judging females out there. Now we moved up to the witch, we moved into association to my father. See now, and that's how this process of moving from association to association is part of inductive logic, because each new point, association, is a new gestalt, a new moment, a new center, a new organism that's coming out of the void. Here we have a void of not knowing what to do. And each new gestalt, each new monad, each new moment of projection, whatever, they come by associations, analogy, or types, going from one type we have a judgmental types. We get in the category of judgmental types, so we jump from one judgmental individual to another one, and we notice that we move from the superficial jerky women I just met this week to, excuse me women, I'm just making don't take it too seriously now, don't run away. Alright, so, but we're moving from superficial relationships to deeper ones, and we're moving up the chain of associations, up the great chain of being, as some people would call it, inductively. Because each of these little moments is associated, but they're not logically, in the usual sense of logic, associated, just associations. So Nachman of Breslav in Hebrew calls them bechinot. Bechinot. This is an aspect of that, and that's an aspect. Bechina zeh, v'zeh bechinat zeh, v'zeh bechinat. This is an aspect of that, and that's an aspect of that, and that's an aspect of that. but Leibniz would call them, this is a monad, that part of that, a monad, and that's another monad, another Gestalt, another Gestalt, another Gestalt. So he calls them Bechinot. And we're moving up the path of inductive logic. By the way, the opposite would be deductive logic. You start from the big idea and you break it down into the little things, right? So we start with the idea of, here I am on the mountain. Well, on the mountain there are trees and other plants, and there's a dog barking, and there's wind and there's clouds. Okay, we just broke the idea of mountain down into 10 elements, or mountain experience. We broke it down into 10 other little secondary experiences. Now we move in on the plants, and then let's take the plant monad, break that down into well, there's green ones and there's white ones and there's brown ones, and then we move in on the brown ones and we say this particular species and that particular species. So that's deductive logic, moving from the big idea. But imagine an upside down tree, moving from the big main root and trunk down to all little tiny little twigs, moving from the one to the many. That's deduction, and moving from the induction is moving from the many to the one. So Gestalt and prayer is mostly inductive experience, the way we're doing it here. Of course, if you did it differently maybe in your synagogue, they would say, we're going to do the Hanukkah service today, so we'll do this, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that, and we should do that, and then that, and they break the idea of Hanukkah down. So that's deductive prayer, and if that works for you, fine, but it doesn't work for me very well. So we have deductive religion, you have inductive religion. So you might say Chabad is the deductive religion. You start from the one idea of the Rebbe up there that knows everything, and we know nothing, and then he slices reality down into slices we're supposed to assimilate, and weekly lessons and all this and everything, and so it's all coming from the top. And if you like the kind of rationalist religion where everything is analyzed and spoon-fed, little according to what somebody thinks we're supposed to be digesting today, then you're a Chabadnik. But if you like the other path, what we're doing here, the Tevye fiddle on the roof path, then you're a Breslaver, or you're well, if you're in Catholicism, the Breslavers are the Franciscans, and the Chabadniks are the Dominicans, the Papists. So the Pope is like the Rebbe for the Catholics, and the Franciscans do what the Breslavers do, talking to God in the woods or whatever. Okay, so back to our lesson. Back to Hashem. Okay, Mr. H. Hello, Mr. H. Yeah, I'm getting bored of all this lecture. All right, let's do something else. So let's see, where was I? Oh, I was dealing with the conflict about women. Did I finish that one? You finished that one, yeah. My brother, yes. So there's a very painful conflict. I don't know what to do. On one hand, I want to save this guy's life. I don't know if I can. If I get there, it might be too late to pile him into an airplane and drag him to Israel. It might be too late. But maybe I could get him to come here. Maybe I could oversee him in the nursing home and keep him alive for a while. So it's a conflict. On the other hand, I don't want to sell my equipment, my instruments and my video and everything. How am I going to do my work? Very painful conflict. Besides, in Israel, I wouldn't get much for it. Video system is all NTSC, which is American style, and it's Israel is PAL. So I get practically nothing for the whole system. So it's a painful conflict. So now, how do you deal with a conflict? Well, we have it called the rhythm of contact and withdrawal. And then we have two opposites here, two opposites that are. One side is saying, Wepner, you're being selfish. You're being selfish, Wepner. Sell us stuff. Go save the guy's life. And it's like, hey, I got a right to live too, you know. I got a right to live. And he's my brother, but still, I have a right. I worked so hard to get that stuff. Somebody already stole some of it. So what do you want from me? Lay off. Lay off!